All right, hey folks, good Monday evening to you. Thanks for clicking on to tonight's Facebook Live and on YouTube as well. A lot of action in the studio tonight. We're getting ready for a town hall debate right behind me here. You might see Greg. He's going to be, Greg and Jen going to be hosting that. And that comes up at 7 o'clock here. But I figured I'd try to sneak in a quick Facebook Live here because, well, today's mild temps are not going to hang around. We're actually tracking a storm that's going to bring some snow to the area. And, it could have the biggest impact as far as snow goes this season in the hills and mountains. So ski resorts could really benefit from a storm system like this, and the time frame for that is going to be on Thursday. There still is a question mark exactly where that rain snow line is going to be, and we're going to try to highlight that for you and talk a little bit about that coming up. So let's just jump into it. Let's start off with what we have on the map tonight. Today was just fantastic. Today was a perfect 10 out there. Unlimited sunshine, temps near 50 degrees. Some towns made it in the mid 50s. It's not going to last, though. I mean, it's February, right? It's going to turn around at some point, and it will. Thanks for joining us again on Facebook Live. I see some of your comments popping up here. Folks checking in. Rhonda, hello to you. And thanks, Pam, for checking the forecast earlier. Appreciate that. Yeah, there are some areas that are going to be borderline between rain and snow. We're going to talk about that coming up in a second here. But notice some of the clouds starting to move in. You're seeing some of these clouds off to our west. That's going to be the rule for tomorrow. Look for mainly cloudy day. There might be a few sunny breaks. Potential stay seasonably mild. We should be in the 40s. Now, at first glance, you look at this, you say, okay, yeah, there's an area of low pressure out here. And there's another one up into the northern plains. What's happening here, there's a big trough of low pressure in the eastern half of the U.S. And what's happening here, actually it's not big, but there is a trough there. And what we're seeing is this one's going to basically scoot off to our east, and this one's going to dive south into the trough. And that's probably going to be the main player as we go into the day on Thursday here. So my head is right in the way of that second little batch of energy. So here's one forecast model showcasing some of that snow moving into the picture. And yes, some areas have the potential for seeing over a foot of snow. That's the way it looks. And it looks like most of that will be in the hills and mountains here. So we're watching that purple color right there. There is the potential for over a foot there. And notice how that tapers off down to the coastline. There should be a rain snow line. And there is the potential that, temperatures are off by 5 degrees. And yeah, we all see snow out of this one. Hope that's not the case. Want the forecast to be right, but 3 days out, a lot of scenarios still are on the table here. So this is what we're thinking here. Heavy snow, inland and mountains, especially the hills and mountains. I think there will be at least some rain at the coastline, and this is about noontime on Thursday. Tomorrow just looks mainly cloudy. Going into Wednesday, a lot of clouds, chance for rain and snow showers. The main event here is for Thursday. And again, there's that rain snow line trying to shape up. All right, if this guy becomes a little bit stronger, you get an area of low pressure, that secondary area of low pressure that becomes stronger, wraps in some colder air, kind of like the system did, was it last week, last Tuesday? Yeah, I could see this being a bigger snow event for the entire region. A lot of question marks exactly where that rain snow line is going to be, but I feel confident it moves out Thursday night, Friday. There'll be some mountain snow, but the rest of us just probably mostly cloudy. And turning colder. Okay, tomorrow we're in the 40s for highs. No problems tomorrow. There is a chance for some rain and snow showers on Wednesday. In fact, I wouldn't be shocked to see maybe a coating of snow in some areas, especially over inland areas. Not the main event. This is for Wednesday. All right, let's take you right into Thursday now. Here we go with some of that rain and snow approaching. The big question is, where that rain snow line is shaping up. And if I could tell you with confidence exactly where that's going to be 3 days out, I would. But it looks like it's probably going to be, maybe 15, 20 miles inland, probably 20 miles inland. That's my best guess here. But notice that green, that's where it's raining. The areas in blue, that's where it's snowing. And there's going to be a battle line. And we're going to go from probably nothing for some areas up to maybe 15 inches of snow for some areas. So the darker shades of blue, that's where we have the heavy bands of snow. That's about 12:30, about lunchtime on Thursday. And that yellow and green color right there, yeah, that's some rainfall. So we'll have to see where that rain snow line sets up. Back edge moves out Thursday night, and we'll start to see some improvement for Friday. And really, this is the only storm we have in the forecast. So, we're playing this as possible snow at this point here. I mean, it's looking like some areas are going to get snow out of it. But I want to give you kind of a heads up. I think those snowfall totals will range from 10 to 15 inches, potentially over a foot in the mountains, down to, in some cases, nothing south and coast here. Portland maybe gets a coating to an inch, and you head 10, 15 miles inland, it's a different story. But there is probably going to be a real battle line from the west side of Sebago Lake up to Lewis and Auburn, Augusta, points north and west here. I think that little range there that I just outlined has the potential for getting over a foot of snow, over a half foot of snow, and up to a foot of snow. So I want to show you one quick thing here, real quick here. Let's see if we can do this. There we go. All right. So here's a few forecast models. I want to just show you this is the European model, and the percentage, or at least the possibility of getting over a foot of snow. Notice in the mountains here, we have the potential for getting, let's see, it looks like the 60–70% line is back through the western mountains of Maine and the White Mountains of New Hampshire here. So that is a real possibility there, over a foot of snow. Let's take a look at the GFS model. This is just one forecast model, so you really got to take these with a grain of salt. But notice there are some spots looking at the potential for over a foot of snow here. The bright bright pink colors right there. That tapers down to really nothing at all. And the all-important European model, here it is. This is suggesting, this is initialized this morning at 7 o'clock, and a computer model is just what a computer wants to spit out as an amount here. So you really need to take these with a grain of salt, but they're great forecasting tools to help us try to figure out how much snow is going to fall. But I would suspect there might be some spots in the 10 to 15-inch range in the mountains. And there's a battle line. We could go from, looks like, gray area, maybe 2–3 inches, up to up to a foot of snow back through Route 2 area. And right along the coast, really not much at all. All right, now, could there be a scenario where the temperatures are 3 to 5 degrees colder than I'm forecasting? Absolutely. And if that's the case, yeah, I think we're looking at probably over half foot of snow, even all the way down the coastline. I don't think that's the case right now, but that's something we need to keep on the table for a storm 3 days out. So the bottom line, just kind of stay updated on the forecast. We'll keep you posted here. We'll be up talking about it tonight at Fox 23 at 10, CBS 13 at 11 as well. But this is a kind of an early thought of what we're expecting out of this one. Very little snowfall with mostly rain in this area, and up to potentially over a foot of snow in ski country, where they're going to love it. I mean, skiers and snowboarders, they've been pretty excited about the last few weeks around here. Of course, we had that storm just the other day, last week. Was it Tuesday or so? And skiing was phenomenal. I got out on Saturday with my kids. We did a little backcountry skiing, and it was phenomenal in some of the glades. Okay, so tomorrow looks to be a mainly cloudy day. A few rain and snow showers move into the picture on Wednesday. That could be a sneaky day where we could get a coating of snow, especially over the interior. And then at the coastline, probably more rain than snow. That's my estimate on Thursday. But inland areas, there's your weather warning for Thursday, because we could be looking at more of a substantial snowfall event over the interior. And that's the way it looks for our Thursday. And then colder air moves in over the weekend. Look at that. We're back in the single digits and teens for lows. High temperatures will make a run probably at the upper 20s and low 30s. All right, let's see if we can get this back here. All right. Here we go. There we go. That's what I wanted to show you. All right, so just to kind of recap here, no problems tomorrow and again on Wednesday. Thanks for joining us on Facebook Live. But Thursday looks to be the only storm we're keeping an eye on. And it looks like we have close to 400 people in here listening to me blab about a Thursday storm. Hope everybody enjoyed the nice weather we had today. We always get one of these where the temps made into the 50s, and then we're kind of looking at a false spring going back to winter. Today kind of had that feel of March. I mean, felt like March, and here we are. It's the middle of February. Actually, you know what tomorrow is the anniversary of? The 10-year anniversary of the strongest wind ever recorded at the jetport. February 25th, 2010. I remember that one very well because I hit a tree on my way home from work that night that had fallen in the road. But you might be wondering what's happening behind me over here. We've got the crew getting ready for a town hall debate. We're doing a town hall debate tonight on vaccinations. And that's going to be an interesting one that we'll be tuning into. At least I'll be turning around tuning into here. But before that started, I want to give everybody a quick heads up on what we're expecting as far as weather in the coming week here. Hope everybody enjoyed those 50s. Thanks for tuning into Facebook Live and on YouTube. And we'll check back in tomorrow. Take care.